CNN. A new analysis is stacking eel in Russia due to the increase in Chinese goods flowing to the country as trade containers from China increases. Logistics Platform Container XChang. A report published on Thursday, referring the information provided by a customer. Russia's importers of importers are trying to return China. He said, there is a significant cargo movement from China to Russia. But there are very few movements returning from Russia to China. Counses accumulate in Russia, which means that the second-hand container prices in Russia are very low. China, United States and its allies, while interrupting trade, and Kremlin imposed sanctions to drown efforts of war. After occupation of Ukraine appeared as a key economic lifeline for Russia. However, Chinese leaders see Moscow as a strategic partner and key weight against a hostile West, while accelerating Russian energy purchases and becoming a critical supplier of consumer goods for the Russian market. He hit his Western sanctions on his northern neighbor, seeing price 40-meter containers has fallen 7 times since beginning last year. Container glut is a result, depth trade imbalance between Russia and China in case products sent by container in first 8 months of 2023. According to Chinese customs data beginning of this month, bilateral trade increased by 32 compared to same period a year ago, and its total trade volume reached 155 billion. This included an increase in exports from China to Russia, which increased by 63.2 compared to a year ago. Imports to China increased by 13.3 to $83.3 billion, with a more modest increase. Russia said that trade with China expects to reach 200 billion this year, a year before the program determined by President Vladimir Putin and Chinese leader Xi Jinping in 2019. The growing trade ties shifted Russian energy trade to the east and triggered China's criticism that Russia's economic support supports Russia's war against Ukraine. According to the Container XChang, the type of changed goods contributes to more than transport containers in Russia. The report drew attention to the purchases of Russian raw materials carried through railway tanks and open wagons rather than China's containers. Cars and consumer electronics are among the key products that Chinese suppliers sell to Russia. After the occupation escaped from hundreds of global brand countries. In the other way, the Organization of Oil Export Countries in a report early this month, almost 5/5 of China's raw imports came from Russia in July. The International Energy Agency said in August that China with India and China have made up 80% of Russian oil exports in July. The Container XChang also pointed to wider logistics problems related to changing trade models and congestion. Excessively loaded Russian ports and roads cause transportation inefficiency. Although some investments have been made to improve the allegation, financial restrictions and methods used to